I am your Prince of Persuasion, your South Asian sensation, the bodacious bro with a bebop flow, here to review your show as part of Keep Art It and Keep Art World. Let's go see the Bristol Light Festival 2022. Right now, we are here on our way to speak to Katherine Jewkes, who I believe is the lead producer of this event for Bristol's Light Festival, to see who are the different artists that are involved, what are their inspirations, what has brought them all together as part of this festival. I hope it's as illuminating as it sounds. We are here at St. George's with Katherine Jewkes, the person that's bringing all of this together. Katherine, what has made you want to work on the Bristol Light Festival?
Oh, well, you know, as a curator, I really like things that are colourful and playful and light things, like really entertain me. So kind of going into doing night illuminations is something that, you know, feels like a natural fit.
I went a couple of years ago to a light festival that was in Leeds, that was sort of around the city. Was that one of the things that might have inspired this event, or is it completely separate?
I think there's a lot of events happening around the country that are focusing on kind of light art and installing them around the city. What we've tried to do in Bristol that's a little bit different is really focus on Bristol talent and kind of local talent and really be inspired by the city. So you'll see things like we've got animations around Banks's artwork left kind of just a bit further down the street from here. Really kind of, picking on local themes.
Who are some of the artists that are Bristol's very own?
Well, we're stood right here by Kathy Hines, one of Kathy Hines' pieces. We've got two pieces by her. This is a piece called Chirp and Drift, and you can see there are a series of kind of illuminated accordion birds that are actually playing Morse code. So there's little Morse code bird words or bird names, and that's what the accordions are playing out in Morse code, which is very sweet. And so Kathy's a Bristol-based artist that, you know, whenever I'm touring internationally looking for artworks, I always find Kathy, but I very rarely find her in our own home city. So that's one of the things that I really like to be able to do here at Bristol Light Festival.
Why do you think at the moment there's such a push for sort of multimedia or different sort of multidiscipline art forms or installations throughout, sort of what the Arts Council are looking for or other funders?
I don't necessarily think that it's a funding thing. I think really interesting things happen when you crowd difference together. Like if you have lots of different types of artists working together, if you have lots of different types of kind of artistic mediums coming together. So for example, we've got the swings that are installed. That's being made by an architect. It's kind of a collaboration between an architect, an engineer, a kind of music DJ. Like pulling those sorts of teams together makes a really interesting artwork at the end of it.
We'll just hope you keep art for this year, and there are a few more years ahead, is that right, for the Bristol Light Festival?
Yeah, so this is our second year. We obviously took a bit of a break because of the pandemic. I sort of blanked 2021 out in my brain, so so we took a year off in 2021. This is our first year back after COVID, and hopefully we'll be coming back as an annual festival.
Amazing. Can't wait to see it again. So we just had a wonderful interview with Katherine from the Bristol Light Festival, and now we have been unleashed onto the town, onto the city centre to see what other installations have we got. We are here outside the installation Neighbours, which is framed around Banksy's famous piece, The Well-Hung Man. As you can see, Banksy already draws a lot of people, a lot of curiosity and interest from the people, so there's no surprise you can see so many people here, right here to see the exhibition. So, right in the centre, as you can see, is Banksy's piece itself, and then surrounded by it are different artists who have been commissioned to basically create parallel, almost, what's that TV show you used to watch as a kid where there's the grids and the program? You must know this, Doug. What was it? Let's bring it back to British culture. So the idea is to then see around the neighbours, around whatever the well-known incident of the well-hung man is, of what's happening around. I believe it was commissioned to look at, what are the different lives of different neighbours around lockdown. That was one of the inspirations for it, with 3 great artists taking place.
Hey, children.
We are here today with Lorena, who has come to see the Neighbours exhibition as part of the Bristol Light Festival. Lorena, why have you come here today?
It's very interesting. It was always very interesting as a location anyway. Because it had already a painting from before, but it's nice how it's been embellished and it talks about current matters. But also what's nice, it doesn't have a language, and my mum, who doesn't speak English, will understand what's going on as well. So art doesn't have a language, doesn't have to be English. So it's nice.
That is beautiful. The universality of art. Amazing. And is this the first part of the installation or the exhibitions, or do you know that there's more going around the city?
No, there's more. I've seen the one in Castle Park already.
Is that the one with the All Right, My Lover?
Yes, it's brilliant. Very Bristolian.
And what did you think of it?
It's very Bristolian. It really represents the city.
Amazing. Thank you, Lorena.
What does it all mean?
One of the next installations, as we have here, is End Over End. The rainbow-coloured lights dropping from one side to the other, going over and over each other. Commissioned by Studio Vertigo. Obviously, ups and downs. We are making our way into the middle of Queen's Square, one of Bristol's very famous parks. Another big important part of Bristol is not only Queen's Square, but the statue that is at the centre of Queen's Square. The statue is of
William
III. It was commissioned for a Flemish sculptor to make. And in the style that they were doing at that sort of time, they would not actually create a statue of someone dressed in contemporary clothing. So instead, if you're able to see, it's actually in Roman clothing. And the idea was it to be as masculine as possible. So there was a particular emphasis put on his chest to be as masculine a chest as possible. So it only seems fitting, whether this was intentional or not, that this light exhibition or display has now covered this incredibly homoerotic statue in the rainbow colours that have been circled around it. Now, I think the idea is that you look through the glass and you see the city of Bristol in different colours. Still reporting to you live from this very installation, the Circle of Light. So, what we have here is an installation called Office Party on Cheese Lane, Shot Tower. And I believe the idea is to play with not only light and colour, but also the idea of what would happen if an office block were to come to life. After the day is done and all the humans go home, the office comes to life. We are here in front of the Office Party installation as part of the Bristol Light Festival with a wonderful group of people here. How have you found the festival so far and this particular installation? And who are you?
We're Jane and Barney Fuller. We come from Salisbury. We're here visiting my son and daughter-in-law, and we've done the trail.
Oh.
So we started off at number 1, and we're very systematically working through. We've also been on the wheel, so we've seen everything up from up high too.
Son and daughter-in-law, what has brought you together? What have you found from this wonderful festival of light that has allowed the light into your hearts?
It's been a good opportunity to invite Mum and Dad to Bristol with lots of nice activities this weekend.
Absolutely. And yourself, what do you think of the, at the moment, not so very colourful art installation?
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, really impressed. Really nice. Yeah, I love it.
Very, very nice. And Dad, What do you think about this thing? You've come here from Salisbury. You're used to the culture, the arts of the Playhouse. What are you really excited about being here for today?
I love all of it. I've been annoying the rest of my party because each thing that we see, I say, I could watch this all night, you know.
Have there been any other installations in particular any of you have seen that have really stood out for you?
In the trees was a lovely start.
That was great.
It was very nice indeed.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your time in Bristol. Let's keep things focused on where we're about to go and to the next installation, which is called Cascade. Cascade by SquidSoup, international live arts installation company, who have put this in place at the Left-Handed Giant. Now, I believe Cascade was actually named after one of the original hops that is brewed at the Left-Handed Giant. What's interesting is that the idea or the inspiration around it was about a fountain. I guess it's a fountain of liquid that might be coming out. Excuse me, you aren't here at all for the Bristol Light Festival, are you?
No.
Okay, do you
I'm
know...
here for a pirate gig up at the Exchange.
Amazing. The two of you are going to a gig at the Exchange. You're dressed as pirates. Why?
Because it's a pirate gig, of course.
Tell me more.
So we have the Imprint, and we have Cutthroat, Francis, both local bands. Brilliant.
This sounds great. This sounds amazing.
I see you're filming Immobile Lights while we're going to see pirates.
Only Bristol. So we have SquidSoup's installation here, Cascade. We get a wonderful, magnificent treat here. And pirates. So we are in front of two of the final pieces of the Bristol Light Festival here today. It's a piece that's been commissioned by two artists during lockdown about their experiences around the pandemic, and because of the lack of facilities or ability to create their art in the traditional way that they might have before in terms of in a live event experience, they created this. And it was just a very peaceful but somber but beautiful combination of light and music together. And I think that's been quite a good summary of what the Bristol Light Festival has been. I didn't really know what to expect just going to some of these different installations around the city, but it's genuinely been such a nice time, and it's been nice connecting with other people too, hearing what they think about things. So let's get to the final one here in Cabot Circus.